Right then, let's talk about hitting your stride just when it matters most. This thing we call peaking, it's a bit of an art, you see. It's not about smashing a personal best every single time you lace up your trainers. Life and running, they don't quite work like that. You can't be at the top of the mountain every day. The view's special because the climb takes effort, takes timing. It's about being in the best possible shape, mind and body, for that one specific event you've circled on your calendar. Think about the top folks, the elite runners. They're not out there trying to win every local fun run. They might run plenty of races, sure, but they've got their eyes on a bigger prize. Maybe it's the Olympics, a major championship. Those other races, they're part of the plan, tune-ups, dress rehearsals. They understand that true peak performance is a wave you learn to ride. You gotta know when to paddle, when to conserve, and when to stand up and go for it. Peaking is about smart preparation. It's about listening to your body, to the rhythm of your training. It's a process, a beautiful one. Alright, so you want to find that peak. Good, first things first. You gotta get organized. Look at the big picture. That means planning out your racing calendar, and do it early. Don't wait till the season's half gone. Sit down at the start of the year, or even before. Think about the next 12 months. What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to run? Get it all down. Every event you're even thinking about. This is your roadmap, your blueprint for the year ahead. A good plan needs time to breathe, time to build. If you know your big goals well in advance, you can structure your training in phases. You can build your base. You can sharpen your speed. You can taper down just right. It's about being deliberate, purposeful, giving yourself the best shot at success by thinking ahead. It's the first stride towards that peak you're chasing. So you've got your calendar, looks good, full of potential. Now here's the next important piece of the puzzle. You gotta prioritize. You can't give every single race the same weight. Try to be your absolute best for every event, and you'll end up being your best for none of them. It's about choosing your battles, deciding which races are your A races. These are the big ones, the ones you're really aiming for, the ones where you want to unleash everything you've got. Once you've picked out your main events, your A races, then you can look at the others. These might be B races, still important, maybe a good test, but not the absolute pinnacle. Or they could be C races. These are your supporting cast. Your training runs in a race environment. This act of prioritizing, it's about focusing your energy. Your physical energy, sure, but your mental energy too. Knowing your priorities, it guides your training. Choices that serve your ultimate goal. The stepping stones. The purpose of ramp-up races. Alright, let's dig a little deeper into these ramp-up races. These aren't just casual jogs, mind you. They've got a job to do. A real purpose in your journey to peak performance. Think of them as stepping stones across a river. Each one gets you closer to the other side, to your main goal, safely and strategically. Their primary objective isn't necessarily to snag a new personal best or win your age group, but that's not the main script. So, what are they for? Well, they can be a fantastic opportunity to run at a specific pace. Maybe your coach wants you to hit your marathon tempo for a good chunk of a shorter race. This teaches your body and mind what that effort feels like under race conditions. Or you might use a ramp-up race to practice running hard when your legs are already carrying some fatigue from a tough training week. This builds resilience. It builds that mental grit you need when things get tough in your A race. Mixing it up. The power of varied distances. Now when you're filling in that race calendar, don't just paint it with one color. Don't just stick to your favorite distance, race after race. You gotta mix it up. Variety, my friend, is not just the spice of life, it's a key ingredient in becoming a better, more well-rounded runner. Including races of different distances in your schedule, that's a smart move. It's about challenging your body in different ways. Building a more complete athletic profile. It helps you improve not just your times, but your overall fitness. Think about it. Short, fast races like a 5K, they hone your speed, your leg turnover, your ability to push hard and tolerate discomfort for a shorter, intense period. Then you've got your longer, endurance-based events, half marathons, marathons. These build your stamina, your mental toughness, your ability to keep going when your body is screaming to stop. Each type of race brings something different to the table. Conquering the long haul, peaking for marathons and half marathons. Alright, let's talk about the big ones, the long haul, marathons, half marathons. These are special beasts, aren't they? They demand respect, and they demand a particular kind of planning when it comes to peaking. You can't just wing these distances. You need a dedicated strategy, a build-up that gets you to that start line strong, healthy, and ready to go the distance. This often involves a series of shorter races, strategically placed in the lead-up to your main event. The general idea is to count back about 3 months from your goal race. This is your prime building period. Your mileage will likely be increasing. You'll be doing those crucial long runs, but you also need to keep your speed alive. You don't want to become a one-pace plotter. That's where those shorter ramp-up races come in. Sprinkling in a few 5Ks, 10Ks, or even a half marathon, if you're training for a full marathon, can be incredibly beneficial. They remind your legs what it feels like to go fast. These tune-up races during your marathon or half-marathon build-up, they might not be personal best efforts. And that's okay, their purpose is different. The fine balance, avoiding over-racing and honoring your own path. Now there's a fine line here, a balance to be struck. While ramp-up races are useful, there's a real danger in over-racing. You don't want to leave your goal race out on the roads, as they say. That means don't get too caught up in constantly testing yourself, running too hard too often, just to build confidence. That can backfire big time. You risk showing up to your A race tired, depleted, or worse, injured. That's not the way to the summit. The key is moderation, especially when you're deep in training for a major event. A good rule of thumb? Try not to race more than every other week at most. This gives your body time to recover from the race effort and also to absorb the training you're doing. Racing takes a lot out of you, more than a hard training run often does. There's the adrenaline, the extra effort. You need to respect that. Give yourself that space to bounce back, otherwise you're just digging a hole. And here's perhaps the most important piece of advice in this whole journey. Every runner is different. What works for your mate, or for an elite athlete you read about, might not be the perfect recipe for you. We all process workouts differently. We recover at different rates.